Hello, hello. It's Linda Lippin here from Linda Lippin Pilates, the Pilates Teacher Mastermind, and Strong Bones Pilates. So, I've been posting a lot, talking a lot about the current lawsuit in the Pilates world that is now over the copyrights on the photos that somebody bought from the Joseph Pilates estate. And, I'm going to say it again. Like, if I buy a bunch of photos at an antique store, does that mean I get to claim copyright on them? Because somehow I don't think that's a thing. But we'll kind of see see how this goes. Now, something that I've also been thinking about during this is mentorship in the Pilates world and sort of how we can find the teachers who we would like to connect with as mentors. And that world has opened up a lot, right? With all of the online stuff and Zoom and being able to, really connect with people all over the world. In fact, I taught a class this afternoon and I had a Pilates teacher in Switzerland. I had a client in Seattle and I had another client in New Jersey. So, we were all over the place. The other day, I had Duluth, Minnesota. I had Seattle again. I had, other, and Providence, Rhode Island. So, I've taught people from the Emirates. I've taught people in Hong Kong. I've taught people all over the place. And I think that's one of actually the great things that has happened over the past couple of years is that the Pilates community can connect and can connect on a personal and individual basis. Okay. So, a lot of times, I think we get caught up in Pilates teachers' hype and in their publicity, right? So we might see things for Pilates at the Pillow, and we might see fundraisers for restoring Joseph Pilates' house in Beckett, Massachusetts. And we might think to ourselves, wow, this person owns so much of the Pilates estate and so much of the Pilates stuff that, they must be somebody that we would want to have as a mentor. So, and I am also a Pilates mentor to a lot of people through my Pilates Teacher Mastermind program. And I've been doing some of the coaching privates with some of my clients on that side recently. And I've realized a few things about kind of picking a mentor and what mentorship really is. Okay. Number one, just because you trained at a certain studio or in a certain style of Pilates, that does not mean that those folks have to be your mentor. I'm going to repeat that. Just because you trained at a certain studio or in a certain style of Pilates does not mean that all of your mentors have to come from that studio or from that style of Pilates. What I encourage you to do is go into all of the, Pilates groups that you're in on Facebook, go into LinkedIn, go into, your friends and start to look at who's posting and what they're posting. And start to look for the folks who are posting things that are meaningful to you and that resonate with you. So, for example, if you're a teacher who is solidly behind, like, I'm just going to teach neutral spine, and I think that's an awesome cue, and Linda can suck it, then, I might not be your best mentor, right? So really, get a feeling, go back a few years, go back a few months. You can go on my YouTube channel. I've got stuff in there from like the last, I think, 15 years. You can get a really good sense of how I teach. You can get a really good sense of what my background beliefs and philosophies are. You get a good sense of how I approach business, of how I approach people, of how I approach life, and of how I approach Pilates. So In that, you should be able to be like, "Yeah, I would so love to be in her world and learn a little more from her," or, "No, not interested, doesn't work for me." And that's okay. That's fine. I mean, I don't wanna work with people who don't wanna work with me. Like, that's not the way to go. So, when you're picking your Pilates mentor, you have to be thinking that, you want somebody, this is gonna be a relatively long-term relationship, right? Probably at least 3 months, possibly 12 months, depending on what kind of, programming you're getting into. You need to think about your needs. Do you need business development coaching? Do you still need help in your marketing? Do you still need help in your niching and figuring out who your ideal clients are, setting your pricing, structuring your business, and all of those things? Do you primarily want continuing education? Do you need support for different clients who you're seeing, for different clients who come up who might have different problems, different issues, different injuries, and you're looking for somebody who can do that? That's something you want to look for in your mentorship. And you also want to be thinking about how much live interaction you want to have with that person. Are you okay with doing coaching privates and having homework and having that kind of follow up? Do you prefer interactive live sessions, or do you prefer to look at pre-recorded workshops and pre-recorded videos and then have a Q&A session later on to ask questions, right? There's all kinds of possibilities here for how this can actually go or not go, as the case may be. So, continue to kind of hone in on this. But I really think the best way, especially since pretty much everybody has all of their stuff online right now and is, offering free Zoom consult calls and things, is to go into groups, look at the posts, look at people like me or Sherry Berkowitz or, other folks who are posting lots of videos, posting lots of informative content, okay? See who you jive with just in that, right? Because there's going to be some people who you listen to and you're like, ill yuck. And then there's going to be some people who you listen to and you're like, maybe. And then there's going to be some people who you listen to and you're like, oh, yeah, I want to work with you right now. And then once you have kind of a short list, reach out to all of the people, reach out to those teachers, say, this is what I'm looking for. Do you have any existing programs that might work for me? Can I maybe fold into your, private schedule? Like what can we do here? What do we have to work with? But don't just pick a mentor based on their flash, based on how many times you've seen them online, based on, how many times you've seen their name, because there's a whole lot of us. There's a whole lot of us who are excellent teachers, who have fabulous reviews and testimonials, who have been teaching for decades, who come from a wide variety of backgrounds. I have an interesting one because I have both a contemporary and classical certification and have actually taught teacher training in both an extremely classical program and a contemporary program. So I teach on Graz, but I'll also teach on a Thai 4. And I've taught on probably every major brand of equipment that's out on the market. Okay. In my Pilates Teacher Mastermind program, I have teachers who are purely classical Graz teachers. I've had Peak Pilates teacher training studios. I have Stott Pilates studios where I have balanced body people, physical mind people. I have folks from the gamut, okay? But what they're coming together for, right, is basically to learn what I have to teach them. And, within my container of Pilates Teacher Mastermind, I mean, we're doing everything from a full review of the full classical system on all mat and apparatus to all of the modifications for back pain, for neck pain, for shoulder pain, for all the things. So really be careful, be mindful, be independent, reach out to people, reach out to me. I am happy for you to book a consult with me. 20 minutes, we can chat, we can Zoom, and we can see where you might like to go from where you are and see if I can help you get there. So that's it from me. I will put a link in this video to the consult call appointment page where you can schedule a consult call with me. I would love to talk to you. I would love to work with you. I would love to at least help guide you to a better, more grounded, more embodied place in your Pilates teaching and your Pilates business. So, that's it from me. I will talk to you soon.